Welcome to Criminal Chronicles, the channel where we explore the darkest, most disturbing, and most unforgettable true crime cases in history. Today, we examine a case that shocked the entire United States. A story that exposed horrifying police failures, terrified the city of Milwaukee, and revealed a monster hiding in plain sight. This is not an unsolved mystery. This is a confirmed nightmare. This is the story of Jeffrey Dahmer, the man the world would come to know as the Milwaukee Cannibal. Jeffrey Lionel Dahmer was born on May 21, 1960, in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. From the outside, he looked like a quiet, ordinary child, but behind that silence, something was deeply broken. His parents constantly argued, and his home was filled with tension and emotional neglect. Jeffrey withdrew into himself. He struggled to form friendships and felt disconnected from everyone around him. As he grew older, his behavior became increasingly disturbing. He developed a fascination with dead animals, collecting roadkill, cutting bodies open, and studying bones. Alcohol soon became his escape. By high school, Dahmer was drinking heavily, sometimes even bringing alcohol to school. These were clear warning signs, but no one intervened. No one imagined what he would become. In 1978, shortly after graduating high school, Jeffrey Dahmer committed his first murder. He picked up a young hitchhiker named Stephen Hicks and invited him to his home. After spending time together, Stephen decided to leave. That moment triggered something inside Dahmer. He couldn't handle abandonment. He couldn't handle being alone. Dahmer grabbed a dumbbell and struck Stephen Hicks repeatedly until he was dead. Instead of panic or guilt, Dahmer felt control. He dismembered the body and disposed of the remains, and shockingly, no one suspected him. For nearly 9 years, Jeffrey Dahmer managed to suppress his urges, but the fantasies never stopped. By the late 1980s, he returned to Milwaukee, and that's when the true nightmare began. Dahmer began targeting young men, often minorities, luring them with offers of money, alcohol, or photography sessions. Once inside his apartment, the door closed and they never left. Inside that apartment, Jeffrey Dahmer committed acts so horrifying that even experienced investigators struggled to process them. He drugged his victims. He strangled them. He dismembered their bodies. He kept skulls as trophies, stored body parts in his refrigerator, and practiced cannibalism. Dahmer believed that by consuming his victims, they would stay with him forever, that they could never abandon him again. Neighbors complained about foul odors. Police were called again and again, but each time, Jeffrey Dahmer appeared calm, polite, and cooperative, and each time, the police left. One of the most disturbing moments came in 1991. A young boy named Konrak Synthasamphone escaped Dahmer's apartment naked, bleeding, and disoriented. 3 women tried to help him and immediately called the police. When officers arrived, Dahmer calmly explained it was a lover's dispute. Despite the boy being underage, injured, and terrified, the police believed Dahmer. They returned the victim back into the killer's apartment. Minutes later, Jeffrey Dahmer murdered him. This incident remains one of the most horrifying police failures in American history. On July 22, 1991, one victim finally managed to escape and lead police directly to Dahmer's apartment. What officers discovered inside shocked even seasoned detectives. Polaroid photographs of dismembered bodies, human heads in the refrigerator, a barrel filled with acid and remains, tools designed for killing and dissection. Jeffrey Dahmer was arrested on the spot. He confessed to 17 murders. During the trial, he showed no emotion. No fear, no remorse. Psychologists diagnosed him with severe mental disorders, but the court ruled him legally sane. Jeffrey Dahmer was sentenced to 15 life terms in prison. In 1994, he was beaten to death by a fellow inmate. Some called it justice, others called it inevitable, but the damage he caused can never be undone. Families were destroyed, lives were stolen, and warnings were ignored. Jeffrey Dahmer's story reminds us that evil doesn't always look terrifying. Sometimes it looks normal, it lives quietly and waits. You've been watching Criminal Chronicles. If you want more dark and disturbing true crime stories, subscribe and stay alert, because darkness can live right next door.